All right, hello my friend, welcome to this video. I'm going to explain to you the routine that I used and followed to scale my business to 500k per year. Before I continue, look at that sun. It's a beautiful day here. So I'm going to explain to you how I structured and approached my day for optimal efficiency, getting the most amount of work done, but also not getting burnt out and making sure that I was spending time on the things that I had to get done outside of business as well. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Adam. I scaled my marketing agency to 50k a month, and I scaled to that level by hiring the right people, building the right systems, and working smart, not hard. So I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. I'm gonna hop onto my laptop, share my screen with you, and break down the full routine. So this is the routine that took me from 0 to over 500k per year. We're not going to be looking at cold showers, 4 a.m. wake ups, and we're definitely not going to look at working 16-hour days. All of these things right here can work, and they may work for you, but I'm going to tell you what has worked for me. That's what this video is all about. So there's no set structure to my routine. I want to make that really clear that my routine changes on the seasons of the year. There are certain times where I am working 2 hours a day, and there are times where I'm working 10 hours a day. This comes down to, am I maintaining, or am I growing, or am I scaling? So the routine we're going to talk about today is in fact a scaling routine, because this right here is scaling, right? Going from 0 to 500k a year, that's what we call scaling. It's growing. So let's get some rules set for this routine. Okay. So for this routine to work, some of the things we need to do is 1, we need to identify the revenue generating activities, all right? Or GAs for short, revenue generating activities, right? What are the activities that make money? Not the activities that you like doing, not the activities that make you feel productive, the things that bring in the money. 2, when are you productive? Is it morning? Is it afternoon? Or is it nighttime? Number 3, what are your non-negotiables, right? To have a good work day, what are some of the things that you need to do? Some of the things that directly impact your ability to execute on the revenue generating activities. And point number 4 is, how bad do you want it? Because making 500k a year, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's also not super easy. What it is though is simple, and this is a very simple routine. So we're going to start by pairing 1 and 2 together, right? We're going to pair the revenue generating activities that you need to do every day to make more money, and you're going to pair that with when you're most productive. So you need to identify, when am I productive? Because when you're productive, that is when you're going to do the revenue generating activities. For me, this is morning time. I'm not naturally productive in the morning, but if I get up, do a few stretches, drink some water, and just force myself to work, I get into a flow pretty quickly. Now, what I make sure to do during this time is no phone and no busy work, all right? No checking emails, no checking Slack, no checking Telegram, just pure revenue generating activities. So what are some examples? We've got outreach, of course, is a revenue generating activity. For me, I would not personally do outreach in the morning. I would do your outreach sometime in the afternoon when you're not as productive, but I would spend this time building an outreach system, right? Because an outreach system is a system that can ideally work without you. And it takes some time to build that out. As an agency owner, right? If you run a marketing agency, this right here is going to be your bread and butter. Now, a secondary revenue generating activity is going to be client delivery or service delivery, right? You need to make sure your clients are happy, because if your clients aren't happy, they're going to leave you, and then that's going to lose you money, and then you're going to have to sign more clients to make more money back. So I want to make sure that we're spending time split on these 2 areas, bringing new money in and keeping the current money that you're making. Both very, very important. And so your most productive block should be based around this. Now, your block does not need to be 10 hours, okay? Your block could be 3 hours or maybe 4. Anything past this, and we're probably going to verge on just not being productive, and it's essentially you just wasting time. Right. So we have covered the first 2 points. Okay. We've looked at identifying the revenue generating activities. We've looked at when this is going to happen. We now need to look at the non-negotiables, the things that you got to do every day, and then how badly you want it. Okay. So your non-negotiables, these are the things that have to be done. All right. I'm not talking about the things that you like to do. I'm talking about the things that have to be done. If you have kids, you got to care for your kids. If you have a wife, if you have a partner, you have a husband, whatever, you got to spend time with that person. Maybe you live at home and it's your family. Okay. You're going to have to dedicate some time to your family. You can't just ghost everyone. And maybe it's friends as well. Okay. There have been times where I have not ghosted my family or friends, but I have put the blinders on and just not seen them as much. But if you want to live a happy life, you got to have this intact. Okay. Let's not forget about that. It's not all about money. Now, of course, there are some other things here that you're going to build in, right? Exercise, maybe going to the gym. This could be meditating. But what I want to make really, really clear, right, is these things such as, I need to work out every day. I need to meditate every day, or I need to get 10,000 steps every day. Yes, they're good, right? They're healthy habits to have. But if these take away, if you have a busy day and you put this first before your work block, your revenue generating activities, you may struggle to get to this mark because you're not actually prioritizing the money. And this is a bit extreme. And this is something I know that really helped me. Every day when I was scaling my agency, every day I would work on the revenue generating activities, like every day. All right. I'm not just saying that to say it, like every day I was working on this, like even on a Sunday, which you probably shouldn't do. You should take some time off. But even on a Sunday, I would be looking at my systems being like, how can I make this better? Whereas these things down here, right? Exercise, meditating, etc. I would do these most days. But if I was super busy and caught up in the revenue generating activities, I would just not do these. Okay. Even though it's healthy, it'll make me feel good, la-di-da-di-da. I'm just being honest with you, right? This is the routine. I would just cut them out because this got priority. I know for some of you, that's going to be scary because you might have like a really long morning routine and you just absolutely love, reading your book for an hour, then journaling, then writing affirmations. And I love all those things and I do them myself. But if that is going to be cutting into your actual work that makes the money and keeps your clients, cut it out, get rid of it. Finally, right? How bad do you want it? Okay, this question is something that you really, really need to answer, because if you want to scale your business, more than anything in this world, you will put it above everything else. That is extreme. Okay. I'm not telling you you should do this, but I'm telling you, if you know that it's the most important thing to you, and that if you could achieve one thing this year, it was to scale your business to $500,000 a year, you need to put that above all else. Okay. You need to put it above all these things here, which I'm not saying is healthy. I'm not saying you should actually do this. I'm just saying that you have to do what's right for you. And you can't let anybody tell you that you shouldn't do it because it's not normal. Cool. So hopefully that all makes sense. Okay. So we've touched on what has to be done here, right? Now, there is going to be a block in your day, and this is going to be your busy work. Okay. These are the things that you just got to do for your business, right? Maybe it's emails, it's Slack, it's some calls. It could be hiring someone, right? These are just things that have to be done. Okay. So you do have to block out a time for busy work. So if my day was 10 hours, right? Let's just say, okay, 3 hours is the revenue generating activities. So I've got 7 hours now, right? 7 hours left for busy work. Maybe an hour of that is going to have to be divided up into the things that have to be done, right? Family, friends, exercise, meditation, etc. And what I want you to do is to have another work block, and this is going to be your thinking block. Right. So again, when do you think the clearest? All right. For me, a lot of times it's at nighttime or early morning, but I'm very productive in the morning. So I'd rather get the big work I need to get done in the morning and then do my thinking later on in the evening at nighttime. And the reason you need to have this, right, is because often people, when they start scaling, they get so busy, right? And they're doing their 10, 12, 14-hour days. The problem with that is now you don't have any time to think because you're just working, you're doing all day. And I know myself, in those periods, I slip up and I make mistakes and I do things I shouldn't be doing because I'm too busy. So you need to have a time block here to think. Okay, maybe it's just time to go for a short walk. Maybe it's listen to an audiobook. Maybe it's reading, maybe it's journaling, but I really would encourage this. This definitely helped me. And this was part of my routine. So I had my 3 areas. Again, just to recap, we had our revenue generating activities, we have busy work, and then we had think time. Because think time is where you come up with the ideas for the revenue generating activities. Okay. So for example, building out my outreach system for my agency, this came about not just from my morning work block, but from the think block as well. I thought about it and then I built it in the revenue generating activity block. I feel like we have covered a lot in this video so far. And I know this video is getting quite long. So if you would like me to make a part 2 and you would like me to go into more detail about the hour by hour breakdown, what I would do, what I would eat, like literally how I structured my entire day, drop a comment below. Let me know if you would want to see that. And of course, I can make a part 2 to this video right here. My friend, that is a wrap. If you got some value from the video and if you're new here, definitely hit the subscribe button. Make sure that you stick around for future uploads. If you want to learn more from myself, we have a free Facebook group linked in the description below. You can message me any questions you have on my Instagram and I'll get back to you usually within one day. And if you would like to get mentorship from myself, you can check out my program, which is in the description as well. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Talk soon.